BAYLEN Dupree says Tourette's doesn't pull from hatred as she defends John Davidson over yelling racial slur during BAFTAs. The reality star, who was diagnosed with Tourette's as a teen, weighed in on the discourse after the BAFTAs incident sparked backlash. A TV star who has Tourette's has defended John Davidson after he faced criticism for shouting a racist slur during the BAFTAs. BAYLEN Dupree, from TLC's Baylen Out Loud, was diagnosed with the condition when she was just 17 years old and has spoken out about the terrifying disorder. Tourette's causes people to make sudden, repetitive sounds or movements. Up to 30% of people with the condition have coprolalia, which makes them involuntarily shout obscenities and inappropriate remarks. During Sunday night's February 22nd awards ceremony, Davidson, who was in attendance for his BAFTA-nominated movie I Swear, about his life with the condition, shouted the N-word while Sinners actors Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting the Special Visual Effects Award on stage. The actors paused briefly after the remark was heard, before continuing with their presentation. John Davidson himself spoke out after the incident at the BAFTAs, Max Sasadi/Dave Bennett/Getty Images. BAFTA's host Alan Cummings issued an apology during the show after the slurs were picked up on camera. But the incident still sparked backlash online and prompted the BAFTA Film Awards to be removed from BBC iPlayer. Taking to Instagram, Dupree weighed in on the discourse with a lengthy statement, beginning, "I need to speak on this as someone who lives with Tourette's. When you live with this disorder, you lose control of your own voice sometimes. And that is a terrifying thing." She explained that were neither thoughts nor opinions nor secret beliefs hiding underneath the surface. They are involuntary neurological impulses, like a sneeze or a hiccup, except sometimes they attach themselves to words that carry weight, history, and pain. Can you imagine how heartbreaking it is to say something that you don't mean? BAYLEN Dupree says there's a difference between intent and impulse. Slaven Vlasic/Getty Images for TLC. She continued, "To hear a word come out of your own mouth and feel immediate shame? To want to crawl out of your own body because your brain betrayed you? People think if a slur comes out, it must reflect what's in your heart. But Tourette's doesn't pull from hatred. It often pulls from anxiety, from fear, from the very thing you're most scared of saying." She added that the brain misfires on what feels charged or taboo, noting that it doesn't excuse the hurt a word can carry. Words matter. History matters. Pain matters. But so does neurological reality, she said. There is a difference between intent and impulse. The 23-year-old concluded, "Living with Tourette's means constantly apologizing for something you didn't choose. It means living with the fear that one moment could define you forever. It means knowing that no matter how kind you are, no matter what you believe, one tick could make the world decide who you are. And that's devastating." Since the backlash, Davidson says he has reached out to Jordan and Delroy to personally apologize for the comment, as Variety reports. The campaigner, from Scotland, highlighted that the N-word wasn't the only offensive tick he'd blurted out during the BAFTAs. "I am often triggered by what I see and or what I hear, and this part of the condition is called echolalia. For example, when the chair of BAFTA started speaking on Sunday, I shouted, 'Boring.'" On Sunday, Alan Cummings joked about his own sexuality and when referencing Paddington Bear, said, "Maybe you would like to come home with me, Paddington. It wouldn't be the first time I have taken a hairy Peruvian bear home with me." This resulted in homophobic tics from me and led to a shout of pedophile that was likely triggered because Paddington Bear is a children's character. Explaining even further about his condition, Davidson said, "Tourette's can feel spiteful and searches out the most upsetting tic for me personally and for those around me. What you hear me shouting is literally the last thing in the world I believe. It is the opposite of what I believe. The most offensive word that I ticked at the ceremony, for example, is a word I would never use and would completely condemn if I did not have Tourette's," he added. Featured image credit, Gary Gershoff/Getty Images. John Davidson spoke out about awful Tourette's condition months before BAFTA's remark. He rose to fame as a 16-year-old as the subject of a BBC documentary on the condition. John Davidson, a Tourette's activist who made a racial slur at the BAFTAs, previously spoke out about living with the awful condition. During Sunday night's February 22nd awards ceremony, Davidson shouted the N-word while Sinners actors Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting the Special Visual Effects Award on stage. The actors paused briefly after the remark was heard, before continuing with their presentation, seemingly unflapped. BAFTA's host Alan Cummings issued an apology during the show after the slurs were picked up on camera, explaining, "This can be part of how Tourette's syndrome shows up for some people as the film explores that experience." Tourette's syndrome is a disability, and the tics you've heard tonight are involuntary, which means the person who has Tourette's syndrome has no control over their language. Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting the Special Visual Effects Award on stage at the BAFTAs when the incident unfolded, Stuart Wilson/BAFTA/Getty Images for BAFTA. But the incident still sparked backlash online and prompted the BAFTA Film Awards to be removed from BBC iPlayer. Lindo has since spoken out about the moment, telling Vanity Fair that he and co-host Jordan did what we had to. Davidson was at the BAFTAs after his movie I Swear, which tells the story of his life with Tourette's, picked up 5 nominations. In an interview with the BBC ahead of the release of I Swear last year, Davidson, who began ticking and swearing around the age of 12, opened up about life with the condition. "Tourette's is such an awful condition that most of the time I don't want to be the center of attention," he said. "I want to be able to walk down the street and not be noticed because I'm shouting or swearing." John Davidson and I Swear star Robert Aramayo, Karwai Tang/Wire Image. He went on to recall feeling absolutely mortified when he began ticking and swearing at Holyrood Palace to receive an MBE for his campaigning work in 2019. Noting that his nerves made him more likely to tick, Davidson added, "Then I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was one of the royal archers, the Queen's bodyguards while she's in Holyrood, and a voice said, 'Don't stress, she knows all about your condition.'" John Davidson has been open about his experience with Tourette's, Karwai Tang/Wire Image. "That to me was huge because I've struggled so much with everyday life with people misunderstanding, and if the Queen of the United Kingdom can understand and ignore the tics and the swear words, then why can't the rest of society?" Davidson starred in 1989 BBC documentary John's Not Mad, which followed him as a 16-year-old schoolboy diagnosed with severe Tourette's syndrome. Last night, Robert Aramayo, who stars as Davidson, won the BAFTA for Best Actor in the movie, beating Timothée Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke, and Michael B. Jordan. Featured image credit, Dominic Lipinski/Getty Images. Baylen Out Loud, Tasting Out Loud, takes a culinary adventure in DC. In the upcoming episode of Baylen Out Loud, titled Tasting Out Loud, Baylen and Colin embark on an exciting culinary journey through Washington, D.C. This episode, set to air on TLC at 10:03 p.m. on December 30th, 2025, promises to be a feast for the senses as the couple explores some of the city's finest cuisines. Their goal is not just to indulge in delicious food, but also to gather inspiration for their wedding menu, making this episode both entertaining and meaningful. Viewers can expect to see Baylen and Colin visiting a variety of restaurants, food trucks, and local markets, showcasing the diverse flavors that DC has to offer. From classic American dishes to international delights, the couple will be tasting everything in hopes of expanding their palates. This episode highlights the importance of food in their relationship and how it plays a significant role in their upcoming wedding celebrations. Exploring Washington, D.C.'s culinary scene. Washington, D.C. is known for its vibrant food scene, and Baylen and Colin's exploration will highlight this diversity. They will interact with chefs and food enthusiasts, learning about the stories behind each dish. This not only adds depth to their culinary adventure, but also gives viewers insight into the rich culture of the city. As they taste their way through DC, the couple will also share their personal favorites and discuss what they envision for their wedding day. This journey will not only be about food, but also about the memories and experiences that come with it. Fans of the show can look forward to heartfelt moments as Baylen and Colin reflect on their relationship and the significance of sharing meals together. Cast and what to expect. The episode features the dynamic duo of Baylen and Colin, who have captured the hearts of viewers with their charm and humor. Their chemistry is evident as they navigate the challenges of planning their wedding while exploring new culinary delights. In Tasting Out Loud, fans can expect a mix of laughter, inspiration, and perhaps a few unexpected surprises along the way. As they taste and evaluate each dish, viewers will be drawn into their journey of love and discovery. The episode promises to be both entertaining and insightful, perfect for anyone who appreciates good food and heartfelt moments. Mark the calendar for December 30th, 2025, And tune into TLC at 10:03 p.m. to join Baylen and Colin on their flavorful adventure in Washington, D.C. This episode is sure to leave viewers inspired and hungry for more. Baylen Out Loud. Baylen and Colin get a brutal wedding budget reality check. Exclusive clip. They might have to rethink the queso fountain, alpacas, and riding in on a horse. Key points. Baylen and Colin's extravagant wedding wishes exceeded their budget constraints in a Baylen Out Loud clip shared with Parade. The wedding planner warned, "It's going to be a little challenging to get everything we want." Baylen wondered if she and Colin would be able to afford their dream wedding. Baylen Out Loud stars Baylen Dupree and Colin Dooley got a brutal budget reality check from their wedding planner. Ahead of the Tuesday, November 25th episode, TLC shared an exclusive sneak peek with Parade, and it was clear that the couple needed to lower their expectations. When it came to prioritizing elements of their wedding, Colin shared, "I think flowers would be number 1, food would be number 2. Baylen agreed, "Food and dessert is, very big for us." However, things got progressively more elaborate from there after their wedding planner asked if there was anything they definitely want. "I want alpacas," Baylen declared, adding that Colin hoped to ride in on a horse. "As far as the alcohol goes, we're thinking kind of a semi-open bar," Colin continued, as Baylen interjected, "Have you guys ever done a queso fountain?" She added, "I definitely want the dogs in the wedding. To me, that's a deal breaker. They're gonna be in there regardless if they're walking or if they're being held." However, Colin pointed out, "Our dogs are not trained at all." The wedding planner confessed to producers, "We need to manage expectations. So part of our job is educating so that we can be okay, this is what reality is." To Baylen and Colin, she explained, "In thinking about your budget, I think that it's going to be a little challenging to get to the point where we can have everything we want." "The moment of truth is finally here," Baylen told producers. "What if she tells us we can't afford our dream wedding? I am definitely worried that she is bracing us for some news we don't want to hear." Tune into the November 25th episode of Baylen Out Loud to find out more about their wedding budget. Catch new episodes of Baylen Out Loud on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on TLC and streaming the next day on HBO Max. Baylen Out Loud airs December 2nd, 2025 on TLC. Baylen Out Loud is set to premiere on TLC at 9 p.m. on Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. This new series follows the life of Baylen Dupree, a spirited young woman who lives with Tourette syndrome. The show captures her daily experiences, highlighting the challenges she faces while also celebrating the joy and laughter that come from her unique perspective on life. Baylen's journey is not just about her condition, it is also about her loving family and her long-term boyfriend. Together, they navigate the ups and downs of everyday life, finding